Okay, hi everyone. So we meet again in our philosophy of language education class, and this session we are going to discuss about the trends in English language teaching. So we continue last week discussion about the past trends in ELT, and now we are going to talk about CLT. Okay, CLT or communicative language teaching is an approach to language teaching that emphasizes learning a language first and foremost for the purpose of communicating with others. So again, the focus is on communicating with others. This approach aims to enable you to communicate by using the target language with the other people. Okay? So communication here may include finding out what people did on weekend or on their last vacation, and also learning about classmates' interests, activities, preferences, and opinions, and conveying one's own interests, activities, preferences, and opinions. So you can ask other people about their interests, activities, but you can also share your own. Okay. Then communication may also involve explaining daily routine to others who want to know about them, discussing current events, writing an email message with some personal news, or telling others about interesting book or article or internet video clip. So those are some examples of communication. Which one have you ever done in your classes? Yeah, perhaps many of you have practiced this kind of communication. Now, although the concept of communication underlying CLT may seem self-evident as a goal for language education a generation ago, and still in many parts of the world today, teaching and learning another language were often more concerned with language analysis, literary text analysis, memorization, translation, or high-stakes multiple-choice language testing. So this is what happened. Even though we want to focus on communication, in reality or in practice, it is hard to achieve. So instead of describing one's own weekend, students might have read a passage into their first language, and learning how to express, interpret ideas in speech or in writing in their second language, and getting to know classmates or other second language users were not priorities. Okay, again, the communication here is not becoming the priority. Now, let's do some reflections on your own experiences as a language learner. So, think of your own experiences of learning another language through formal instruction. Can be the learning of English, the learning of Arabic, the learning of Mandarin, or the learning of the other languages. Okay? Then try to answer these questions. First, what were your goals for learning the language? Yeah, in learning English, what were your goals? And then, did the instructional methods used in the class by your teacher support these goals? Then, did you have opportunities to interact with others in the classrooms using the language or in other contexts outside the class or online? Then, did the instruction emphasizes memorizing lists of vocabulary items, grammatical forms, sentence pattern, and rules, mainly for the purpose of using those structures appropriately on the tests of grammar, vocabulary, and translations? Try to remember, recall, and then reflect on your past learning practices. Try to answer these questions. Now, when we are talking about the history, the language courses at school and university in the past, were taught as a form of intellectual and literary enrichment with no expectation that students would ever have the opportunity to use the language for either face-to-face communication or to correspond with other readers and writers of the target language. So there is no expectation that students will use the target language for communicative purposes. That's what happened in the past. But then, nowadays people have more other reasons for learning languages than the study of grammar and literary texts only. So these reasons relate to the increasing levels of immigration and transnationalism worldwide. And migrant working programs and opportunity for travel and international education. In addition, the internet, globalization, and more knowledge-based economies and new ICT have had an impact, huge impact on language learning and use, as well as on perceptions about its significance in people's life. Significance. Sorry, I made a typo. Significance in people's life. Okay, and then learners may need to learn and use second language or foreign language such as English to participate in public education, to obtain employment, to communicate with relatives, friends, colleagues who speak that language, to travel to some regions of the world where the language is spoken, or to communicate with newcomers in their neighborhoods who speak the language. So, what are your needs of learning a foreign language? If people ask you, what are your needs of learning a language? What is your answer? So now, please work with one of your friends and tell him or her about your needs of learning English. Then share also your reflection about your past experience of learning English. Okay? Later, your friends can retell it to the class. Okay? Thank you so much. If you have question, feel free to ask. Thank you.